It ends as it began with a "Not My President" T-shirt. It began
Yes.
as "Not My President" because he was installed illegitimately, and it ends with him not being my president.
Yep.
Okay. Travis, I saw you tweeted that you didn't sleep the night before last. I don't think I've slept the last 2 nights.
I was going to say.
A little bit of a cat on a hot tin roof. Little bit.
I told Sean earlier, I said the baby monitor was on. She was sending tweets late into the night. There were about 30 pages of tweets. All of Twitter has been printed.
I'm the only one, because what's the one thing we can always depend on being true, and that is that Chris Lamoy is wrong. Yesterday, in that I don't remember if it's patronizing or condescending tone, but you said, don't worry, they're going to vet all 25,000 of the National Guard. It'll be fine.
Because that's what the FBI said.
Okay. Well, Jeremy Bash, former, head of CIA counsel, whatever last night, was saying that's ridiculous. There's no way they can do cursory background checks, but there's no way they can fully vet. And so on cue, this story.
On cue?
Yes. The FBI. Yes, you get it? As QAnon, as in QAnon. The FBI privately warned law enforcement agencies yesterday far-right extremists have discussed posing as National Guard members in Washington, and others have reviewed maps of vulnerable spots in the city, signs of potential efforts to disrupt Wednesday's inauguration. And Jeremy was just saying there's no way they can vet carefully 25,000. Here's the place we're in. You know what he said?
I didn't say they were gonna do a full vetting. They're going to check out everybody.
But the full vetting is
what he was saying is it is impossible to vet that many people carefully before tomorrow.
Carefully, yes.
But
they're going to check out everybody.
Right. Which is what I said yesterday, is that there's no way that they can vet carefully 25,000 people by tomorrow. And so what he said, which is the place we're in, is he said the Secret Service really is in charge, as usual, of protecting the president, president-elect and vice president. So they will be on guard against maybe anyone in our own National Guard. So they have to protect not just against outside threats, but whether any Trump-loving QAnon lunatics have infiltrated the National Guard. Because this is like a bad movie finale, right? Where you're like, oh my God, Manchurian Candidate, whatever, like is there somebody that's going to turn that they've infiltrated in the National Guard? The story, I was like, oh my God, Travis. It came out, during Maddow yesterday? I was like, this is exactly what I was saying. And then,
I was right.
And then Jeremy Bash basically said, don't worry, but only don't worry because, the Secret Service will protect him against our own. I mean, the fact that we already look like Fallujah. The fact that we already look like Fallujah to protect ourselves against Americans, against other Americans, Trump lunatics, is already insane.
Yeah, they were comparing it to the Green Zone in Baghdad, is what the Capitol looks like.
Yes. They warned that both lone wolves and adherents to the QAnon extremist ideology, some of whom have joined in the violent siege on the Capitol, have indicated they plan to come to Washington to try to disrupt the inauguration. The FBI also said it had observed people downloading and sharing maps of sensitive locations in Washington, discussing how those facilities could be used to interfere in security during an inauguration. I remain really, really nervous about tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we have Sarah Kendzior tomorrow, just at the last minute to scare the bejesus out of us.
She's here to say goodbye to Donald. She was very excited to say goodbye to Donald with us.
Yeah, but she's been warning about this forever. She remains very nervous about, given everything, why don't we have this inside? It's. I forget. What am I forgetting? Jeremy Bash is a bigwig. He's, but I mean, he expressed the same concerns, and he would know a little something about that. That's what I was saying, is given the time frame, not just the pandemic, but obviously the Capitol riots and the time frame of trying to vet everybody by Wednesday is impossible.
Well, you don't need to vet everybody. You need to carefully
vet. You do, for my sake.
The people closest that are going to be closest to him. As you get further out in radius, you don't need to vet those people as much because they're not going to be as close to the president.
Okay, a lot of people a lot smarter than I am are just as nervous about this, and
they can be, but you're saying that everybody needs to be vetted the same, and they don't.
And that's also
given that we know members of the military and police were in the Capitol rioters, yes, I am a little concerned. Don't test me this morning, Mama's.
Well, don't call me a liar.
I didn't call you a liar. I just said you were wrong, because I'm just saying Jeremy Bash said the same thing I did. That's all I'm saying, is that there is real concern at very high levels about what's happening. And it's not something to just go, it's going to all be fine. You know, I think it's very concerning. It is.
All right.
Okay, so was that condescending or patronizing? That right there.
No, I'm letting you have your panic.
It was more just.
Thank you, Travis. Thank you. You're right. That was more up the middle. I'm just going to go with happy. I'm going to go with happy tweets. Hunter tweets: Southern District of New York, stand back and stand by. What's the over/under on when he gets indicted? Oh my God!
12:01.
Oh, fantastic.
When he's getting off the plane at Mar-a-Lago.
Oh my God. The mind reels. Kurt tweeted, what do you think the note Donald Trump leaves on the Resolute test for Joe Biden will say? I won in a landslide. You know it and I know it. Everybody knows. It'll be in Sharpie, right? I assume in Sharpie. Oh, you know what he'll do? He'll draw a whole map of the U.S. in Sharpie and fill in his electoral landslide win, right? And or crayon. He'll do crayon for the red. Everybody knows it. I won in a landslide.
I'll be back in crayon.
Yeah, Joe Biden does not need a note from that man.
Oh my God. It's just, they're so awful, this whole family. You know, remember the Obamas after Melania put up the birther lie out there for years? They're helping her into the White House and being gracious because idiot boy stormed in ahead of her and didn't even help her up the stairs. And oh my God. And there's the Obamas being gracious. Oh, I can't. I can't. Of course they're not doing, it's just, anyway. Okay. Let's not focus on how classless and horrible they are. Let's focus on how traitorous and criminal they are. Let's start with that. Here's all the reporting, Travis, that you've been obviously sending. It's just that this trial seems like a slam dunk to me. Yeah. Because this was obviously all premeditated, as we knew. Like, was it the Axios reporting? This was all laid out in advance. That, from day one to say, there was a red mirage and these votes count and the other votes don't count. And I wrote a speech and I'm going to go declare victory. And I mean, the whole right. This flight to Georgia is the
latest,
right? This is 2 days before the riots. He's literally talking about how he's going to overturn the election. Right? He was
Do you think this is going to work? Is what he said. Do you
totally
think this is going to work?
Unenthusiastic about campaigning for the two Republican senators. Instead, obsessed with overturning the results of the 2020 election. He said, "What do you think my odds are?" "It doesn't look great, sir," said a person on the plane. "Yeah, you're probably right." I mean,
let's try it anyways.
Okay. I don't know. I can't even take these stories. Is this Bill Barr covering his ass now?
Oh, I don't even send you those.
Didn't he just say, yes, Trump incited what happened at the Capitol? Didn't he just say that yesterday? Then he reportedly said this is all bull,
Yes.
to Trump, this election stuff, and this is a clown show, these people. And then Trump's making fun of Sidney Powell behind her back while he's this whole thing is just, like, he knew. It's like he knew this was insane, but he just let them keep going. I mean, it's just, okay. I can't. And apparently the thing he's maddest about, all the celebrities that are going to be playing at Joe Biden's inauguration, that's all he cares about now is, Garth Brooks is the latest. And you remember Garth Brooks said he had a thing with a guy during the Trump thing? He was invited for the Trump and he had a thing with him. He was busy.
Yeah.
He did Obama, but then he was busy for Trump. But Garth Brooks, who else? Oh, yeah. Since January 6th, every day has dumped more bad news on the president. Including his historic second impeachment. But one person close to the president said it can be hard to predict what will bother him most. And even with all that's going on, he's particularly upset that Lady Gaga, Jennifer Lopez, Tom Hanks, and other stars agreed to perform as part of Biden's. Baby's having a tantrum. One more tantrum before he goes.
Not one of those people would ever perform for Donald Trump.
Oh my God.
Come on.
Who did he end up having? Do you even remember? Was it like Biz Markie?
It was Kid Rock.
Did he have Biz Markie?
I think he had Biz Markie, yeah.
Oh, don't we have that Biz Markie? Now I can see why. Because, wow, he is more off key than...
Yeah, that's
some talent.
Is he that? What's he? You got what I need.
That's him.
That guy.
Just a friend.
A friend. You say he's
just a friend. Oh, baby.
You're doing your Peter Brady again.
Oh my God, I'm so nervous. I just can't. But here's the. I mean, one more sleep, you guys. This is insane. I'm like, Oh my God.
Can I say that field of flags looks beautiful, and
That was
those colors of
stunning.
light are amazing. This is going to be good. It's going to be good.
Don't let them take our joy. I don't care
Exactly.
if it's virtual. I don't care.
It's going to be amazing.
Here's the thing. We've had to live our lives virtually for the last year, right?
Yeah.
Like, who cares? Don't let them take your joy over this.
It was going to be different anyway because of the pandemic. So
how about, oh my God, how about that? The inaugural committee announces the University of Delaware drumline and the Howard University drumline, alma mater of Biden and Harris, will escort them to the White House and help kick off People Parade across America. Come on. That's going to be fantastic.
And someone was reporting this morning that the speech that he's been writing for the past 2 weeks is so full of optimism, so full of hope for the future, that it's gonna immediately erase the memory of what came before.
Oh my God!
I can't wait.
Are you getting to the point where I can't, even in a news story, I can't even look at pictures of him anymore. I can't listen to sound bites. I can't look at him. I can't. I'm like, oh my God, just go the F away. Go the F away.
I mean,
stop. Don't cover whatever distract. You know he wants Biden's inauguration ruined. Don't cover whatever distraction he's. Oh my God, how pathetic is it? He can't get anyone to come to his little going away party. Like just so there haven't been any VA or hardly any RSVPs. He's like, everybody bring 5 people.
Yesterday, CNN had a comparison of coverage of the incoming president versus coverage of the outgoing president in this lame duck time. And in the past, it's mostly been about the outgoing president. This year, it's 70% about Biden and 30% about Trump. That has got to be making Trump crazy.
Might take a little self-reflection, Chris, to think about the millions of people all over the world are counting every second until you're gone. Maybe. Oh, yeah. I loved Brittany's tweet. She said, as a conservative, I never lost sleep during the Obama presidency. I had some deep disagreements, but never had deep worries. With Trump, I had deep worries. I lost sleep. I watched friends go down rabbit holes of nonsense. I can't wait to just have disagreements again. Oh, my God. What is normal going to even feel like, right?
Yeah, it's going to take a while because you got to deprogram a cult.
I just can't wait for boring, Joanne. Boring. Thank you.
I am a little bit worried that we don't have anybody in his cabinet confirmed yet, because by now we should have quite a few people.
Because of course. Because they had to be D-bags right until the end. And God forbid, this is a perfect time to try to, for someone to attack America. I mean, this is what, forget about domestic security, international terrorism. We have to worry about a lot of things. And they deliberately C-blocked Trump. I mean, look at how petty is this? It's just like, it's like, what's the stuff you pour when you want to screw up your rental house? You pour something down the drain, you screw up the driveway. I mean,
cement? You pour cement down? Yes.
Right. Down. I mean, so during his final hours in office, Trump issued a presidential proclamation decreasing coronavirus restrictions on foreign travel. He said he'll rescind the travel ban beginning January 26th. Of course, the Biden White House said no. They said, with the pandemic worsening and more contagious variants emerging around the world, this is not the time to be lifting restrictions on international travel. On the advice of our medical team, the administration does not intend to lift these restrictions on 1/26. In fact, we plan to strengthen public health measures around international travel in order to mitigate the further spread of COVID. I mean, they're just being D's at this point. It's like, he's going to undo all this. You're just trying to throw as many roadblocks up as you can and screw them up out of the gate. Oh, it's just
to further your moving out of the apartment analogy, they are pouring cement down the drains. They're taking box cutters to the carpets. They're taking sledgehammers to the walls, doing everything they can to gum things up.
How many hookers is Donald Trump going to have in the White House peeing on everything tomorrow? How many?